Hi there, welcome to Nappy Invest. In this video, I am going to be discussing a company called SomnoMed. This company treats sleep apnea. And even though I've never been a holder of this company in the past, I do follow their ongoings quite closely. And that's all because in August 2014, I did a bit of research on this company and another company called Pro Medicus. And at that point in time, I was trying to decide which company would be the better investment. And I came away from that research undecided about which company I thought will become the better investment. And it looks like I am the fool at this point in time because without doubt, the better company was Pro Medicus. The market cap of that company has increased from just under $100 million when I did the research to over $5 billion, while SomnoMed has gone from about a $100 million market cap to about 200 million. So at least the valuation of this company has increased, but has done nothing like what Pro Medicus has achieved in the past 7 years. So let's get into it and look at SomnoMed's Appendix 4C for the June quarter. But before then, just a few facts in regards to this company. SomnoMed has been around for a while. They were formed in about 1986 or 1987. And as I've already mentioned, they deal with the treatment of sleep apnea. They have had some problems in the past few years because they did try to open up some treatment stores in the United States, but that failed, or that venture failed, and they've closed all that down. Ticker code for SomnoMed, SOM, market cap just under 200 million. So even though they have not been the raging success like Pro Medicus, they actually have doubled in valuation in the past 7 years. Receipts of customers up there towards $60 million. And that could be even more than Pro Medicus, maybe not more, but it's definitely up there towards Pro Medicus's receipts. However, Pro Medicus has much better margins than SomnoMed. You can see that if you ever do compare Pro Medicus's operational cash flow to SomnoMed. SomnoMed only had $2.7 million in financial year 21. Actually, that does give me a good idea for a video to compare SomnoMed and Pro Medicus and try to do a comparison between the two when I was looking at them in 2014. So I'll put that down as a possible video to do in the future. Price to operating cash flow right on 71, and that is fairly high for any sort of company. You would like that to be a little bit lower, but they do have not much operating cash flow. So I'd like to see that increasing. In particular, to see receipts increase. And we aren't seeing that over the last few years. In fact, receipts have gone backwards. And we'll have a look at that when we look at the receipts history in a few slides. If you do want further information on what this company does, how they treat sleep apnea, I'm not completely across exactly what they do, but if you do suffer from sleep apnea, maybe have a look at what this company exactly treats or how they treat it. Have a look at their Appendix 4C. They released on 27th of July. Go to the website. Website's always a good place to go to get the most latest information on a company. Before we delve into SomnoMed's June quarter results, just want to go back to the March quarter, see how this company was performing at that point in time, and then see how they progressed over the next 3 months from the end of the March quarter. Receipts customers just shy of 15 million, and they do spend a fair bit of money. Product manufacturing operating costs at 5.8 million, staff costs $7 million, and administration and corporate costs at 2.4 million. And because they do spend a lot of money, even though they have receipts and customers of about 15 million, they were operational cash flow negative by 1.5 million. So that's a big cross in my book. I'd like to see a company with receipts, or that amount of receipts, to be close and or above operational cash flow positive. And they did bleed through about $3.7 million of cash and finished the quarter with $21.5 million in the kitty. As we delve into the June results for SomnoMed, things have actually improved for the company over the past 3 months. Receipts and customers have increased by $600,000, but they have decreased some of their costs. Product manufacturing and operating costs have decreased by almost $1 million. Staff costs slightly decreased by $200,000, and administration costs also decreased by $300,000. They've also increased their spending on advertising and marketing. That's up by $300,000. And because costs have decreased while receipts have increased, that means SomnoMed were operational cash flow positive for the June quarter by 750,000. I would still prefer that to be higher than that amount when you have receipts of 15.5 million. And because they are still burning a little bit of cash in investing and financing activities, they did lose $100,000 in the kitty and finish the year with $21.4 million of cash. I've been following SomnoMed since the March quarter in 2013. And if you have been following my Appendix 4C video series, you'll know I do prefer companies where you do find receipts growing through time. And definitely see that with SomnoMed. From when I started following them, they had $3.7 million of receipts in that March quarter 2013. And by the June quarter 2018, receipts went up all the way to $17 million. If you do calculate the growth rate in receipts between those two periods in time, you get 7.5% per quarter. That's a nice little growth rate in receipts during 5-year time period. However, since that June quarter 2018, receipts actually have been going backward. This company has experienced some problems in their business, particularly those standalone stores they tried to start up in the United States. It didn't last very long, and I don't think it was producing as much business as they thought. I don't know the full story there. Maybe someone who does know the story can leave a comment in the comment section of this video. However, receipts have gone backwards in the last 3 years by 0.8%. That's not something you want to see in a company that should be growing. So I will keep a close eye on SomnoMed, just simply because I do have that history with this company. However, things aren't looking that great if you just look at the past 3 years. If you go back 1 year, receipts have started to grow, it looks like, but we're still getting to the levels we saw 2 or 3 years ago. So at this point in time, I'm just going to leave this on my watch list and just see if they can return to growth in the receipts before I even take a look at buying this company for the long term. If I had to come up with one word to describe SomnoMed's weekly chart over the past 7 years, this goes all the way back to the start of 2014, I'd probably describe it as ugly. There's no clear trend here. There are periods of time where there definitely is a trend. If you go from the start of this period, 2014, to about 2017, so a 3-year period, the share price was going up. In fact, it went from $1.20 to a high of about $3.50 in the middle of 2016 and towards the end of 2017. However, during 2018, we did see the share price take a massive hit with this company, falling from about $3.40 to a low of $1.20. And that was around the time when that rollout of standalone stores in the United States failed and had to stop that venture. And even though they have stopped that venture, we're just seeing the share price just oscillate up and down. No clear trend in this share price. If I did like the financial state of the company, if I was seeing their receipts starting to grow, I would take a little bit more interest in this company. Or if I did see a bit of trend in the share price, a bit of positive sentiment coming into the market. But we're not seeing anything for me to get excited with SomnoMed at this point in time, neither their financials nor their charts. That is all I have for this June quarter Appendix 4C video for SomnoMed. If you have any thoughts or opinions about this company, if you know this company more intimately than I do, and I think there will be some people out there because I've done a little bit of research on SomnoMed, but not a lot, I'd love to hear your opinion on this company, particularly if you think I am wrong, particularly if you think this company has a lot of potential in the future. I'd love to hear your thoughts on exactly why. So leave a comment in the comment section of this video, and I'd love to read anything you have to say. Otherwise, I am not a financial advisor. If you do need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.